Hey y'all, Shade Tree Bungee Man Mechanic, coming to you, continuing our brake job. First part of any brake job will be removing the caliper. That's this guy right here. You can see it goes for some way back. Then you have what they call the funny name banjo bolt there that connects the brake line. We won't be undoing that one. We are just replacing the pads, and no need to fiddle with the brake bleeding either for just a pad job. But yeah, our tool inventory for this, we have our enormous 8-inch C-clamp to compress the caliper piston back in its bore. We'll be pushing on that pad to get the piston to go back into its bore. Hammer and a swash of cardboard or piece of wood, anything, to lightly tap on the rotor if it's hard to remove. 14mm wrench, and it should be pretty short because it has to swing in this confined area. And some sort of method, bungee cable in this case, of suspending the caliper from our strut here. So that is our tool inventory, and we'll see if I can successfully set up a hands-free camera vantage point. So, like I said, first step will be to go ahead and start compressing this guy. And this can go in at a bit of an angle. And wow, it ratchets, I forgot. Nice little feature here. And this is, again, something you're going to want to make sure you're at a pretty straight angle, well seated. And then you start cranking down. And this one, we're fortunate enough to have a handle that also comes up to your right angle, and that provides some extra leverage for really cranking down like we will need to do. And since these brake pads are thoroughly worn out, we will have quite a ways to travel. Then we're starting to hear those creaks. That's probably the indication that we're just about at the end. Now we got still a little ways to go. Okay, that's still got a little ways to go, but if I go any further, I'm going to compromise I might injure the shims, which I intend to reuse, the backing shims. So there's our task number 1, and I might just leave that in place while I go about task number 2. Task number 2 is removing these caliper bolts that keep it in place. And this is lefty-loosey, it's just backwards, so it looks like righty-tighty. And that is loose. And find the bottom one here, or a little bit in the way with our clamp. Well, I'm gonna have to back off on that a little bit. There we go. Now we have the access we need. Oh. And the rest of this can come off by hand. Set that aside. Depending on the type of job you're doing, that might be enough. And yeah, we will have to, because we are pushing on the caliper here. So we'll totally release this, let it go. But yeah, depending on the type of job you're doing, some people would simply loosen that first bolt and pivot it out of the way. That's if you're just doing a, what they call a pad slap, just a cheapest possible brake job you can do. That's not what we're doing today, so we will indeed continue. Completely remove the top caliper bolt. And they're the same, so no worries keeping track of left and right. And now our heroic bungee cord will come into play and find some way of suspending this. And that can be off camera. Be a messy job. Thanks y'all. See you in a bit.